What is up, musicians and producers of Earth? In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a microphone for vocal recording. Coming up.
More music, please.
Welcome back, my name is Jack. Thanks for tuning into the show. It's my goal to help creative music makers get better at making music at home. If you're new here, thanks so much for tuning in. Welcome, I hope you'll stick around. If you've been here before, thank you for your support. If you haven't yet subscribed, please go down to the description, hit subscribe, turn that bell notification on so that you can stay up to date on future uploads. In this video, like I said, we're talking about microphones. I'm going to show you how to set one up. We're going to go down the list of all the things I think you should have to be able to do this so that you can start making great vocal recordings at home. If you have no prior experience with a microphone or setting it up, this is the video for you. If you don't yet have a microphone, but you're interested in setting up a home recording studio for yourself, click this card because there's a video there that'll show you how you can get a full-fledged recording setup for about $300. But anyhow, let's get through the list of equipment that I recommend you have for a vocal recording setup. All right, so now I've got everything laid out on the table and we're gonna go through everything. So obviously you're gonna need an XLR microphone cable, a condenser microphone. I'm using the Warm Audio WA87, but any large diaphragm condenser microphone will work. A mic stand on the back there, that's going to be super important. A proper mount for the microphone. This is a shock mount, which is great. A lot of condensers have a fixed mount. I don't like those as much because if you bump the floor or the stand, it's going to vibrate into the microphone. The shock mounts are much better, so I do recommend those. This is a pop filter, super crucial if you're gonna do vocal recordings. This is a super cheap piece of equipment for maybe like $7, but if you don't use it, it's the #1 thing that makes amateur vocal recordings sound like garbage. So huge difference if you use one of these, and we'll go through how to set that up in just a minute. Let's jump over to the booth. All right, so here we are inside the booth. I went ahead and set up the mic stand. Now you don't need a booth to get a good recording, but you do wanna be aware of what's going on in your room and pick a good location for the mic. So be aware of computer noise, ambient noise in the room, street noise outside of windows or doors, that kind of thing. But once you've done that, pick a spot that's quiet, that's isolated. Avoid anything that's got super hard surfaces. That's why we put up foam. You could do music blankets in a corner. Anything that cuts down on those reflections. You know, if you're in a room, when you clap, it shouldn't sound like a cathedral or a big room. It should sound very dead. So that's what the foam helps with. The next thing you want is the shock mount. Voila! You go ahead and screw this on. All right, now that we got the shock mount in place, we're gonna need our microphone. Where did I put that thing? Oh, you've got it? Oh, thank you so much. Awesome. Now we're gonna put this up on our shock mount, so just be careful to be gentle with it. Don't drop it or throw it around or anything like that. Most of them go in pretty easy, but we're just twisted in on the bottom. All right, the next item you're gonna wanna grab is a pop filter. And like I said, these are super crucial and important. And if you've got like $10 to spend to upgrade your vocal sound, this is $10 or less well spent. You can find them for even less than $10. I'll put a link in the description to Amazon for you to pick one up, but these make a huge difference. And basically it just prevents the big bursts of air from the P's and the B's, what we call plosives, from attacking the mic and distorting the sound. So these are great. What you're gonna do is screw it onto your mic stand like so. And then you position it in front of the microphone. And a good rule of thumb is anywhere from like 4 to 6 inches. I like using these for 2 reasons. One, the plosives, but then also I'll tend to tell my vocalists to get up way up against this and use it as a gauge of dissonance. That way it prevents them from singing like this the whole time or rapping or whatever. But this just helps them get a consistent distance from the mic and helps them know where that home base point is. So really do love having one of these. They're great for multiple reasons. All right, now that you got that all set up, the next thing you're gonna need is a 3-pin XLR cable that looks like this. Now remember, the rules of phantom power are important and they apply here. Condenser microphones need phantom power to run. Without it, you don't get any signal. But it's really important that phantom power is off when you make cable connections between a microphone and your interface. If phantom power is on and you plug in or unplug a condenser microphone, you could severely damage the diaphragm or even fry the microphone altogether. So make sure phantom power is completely off before setting this up. Now I've already got a cable wired up in my booth, so I don't need this one. But I'm going to use this cable. We're going to plug it in. I'm going to wrap it around the mic stand so it's supported. You don't want it to pull on the bottom of the mic or anything like that. Plug it in. If you got clips, great. All right, so that's all set up on this end. We're going to head over to the interface and I'm going to show you what to do from there. All right, so now we're here on the floor beside my desk. I've got my little rack and everything is routed behind the bed, along the wall, and in behind the rack. So got the cable plugged into the mic, cable's wrapped around. Got a cable coming here. We got the XLR end, and we're going to go ahead and plug it into the interface like so. And then from there, once you confirm that all the connections are made between the interface and the mic, you go ahead and turn on phantom power. Alright, so now once you got that plugged in and phantom power on, you'd go inside your DAW and set a track, set the input, and turn on record enable, and you should get an input. I'll show you how to do that on Ableton now. Alright, so here we are inside of Ableton, and now what we're going to do is go up in the left-hand corner under Live Preferences. And you want to make sure that your input settings are set to your interface. So that's going to depend on what interface you have, but you just want to make sure that that is correct. Here I've got my Focusrite 18920, the Scarlett. Then we'll go over to my audio track and make sure that the input number is selected, and you'll see there's getting some level there. We turn on record enable, and we got some level. So we should be good to go. And then if you want to test it, you can go ahead and hit record and just go check, 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 1, 2, 1, 2, check, check, 1, 2, check, 1, 2, and then you're good to go. Well, now that you've got your microphone all set up, if you're interested in learning about how you can get the best rap vocal recordings in your bedroom, click the card right here. I've got a video on that that'll break down some tips and suggestions. If you found value in this video, please give it a like, leave a comment, let me know what kind of video you'd like to see next, and do consider subscribing. Your support really does mean the world. I wouldn't be here or able to do this without all of your support, so thank you for that. Question of the day, let me know in the comments what kind of microphone you've been using for your home vocal recordings. Like always, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Please be safe, stay at home, and I will see you in the next upload. Peace!